Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you would be safe inside your homes. Now the government has also arranged some winter tutorials for you to facilitate yourself physically in these centers, because last academic year turned the victim of COVID-19 pandemic. Their students tomorrow can't be predicted, or we can see the coming March, April when the schools will be reopened. About this we can't predict things advance. Better is to go to some centers for the physical mode of teaching, because this digital platform can't be the substitute for the actual mode of teaching. All students need physically a teacher in front of them to learn things well. Dear students, one more important thing is that we have to put extra efforts, because self-study and hard work can take one's board to the bank. If you are the students of class 10th, 11th, 12th, or you are the JK Ssrb aspirants, the only mantra that can take one's board to the bank is hard work. Dear students, today we are continuing the yesterday's topic, that is the articles. Dear students, already in your mind that articles are basically adjectives. Technically they are adjectives, but they are used as articles in English grammar. And we have two sets of articles, a and an indefinite article and the definite article. A and an now show indefiniteness, that's why they are called indefinite articles, and the shows the definiteness, that is why it's called the definite article. But already in your mind, a and an indicates one, and they are used before a singular countable nouns, and when a noun produces consonant sound, singular noun produces a consonant sound, we use article a, and if it produces vowel sound, we can use article an. Dear students, its fresh examples like this: he is a boy, I eat an apple daily. So these are the examples of how you can use article a and an. Dear students, then the is the definite article. It shows the definiteness, and when we are particularizing a thing, we use article that there. For example, if you say to your friend, I want a book to read, that means I want any book to read. If you say like this, if I want a book to read that you purchased last year, then you are particularizing a book, and where we use the article that because that shows the definiteness. And where that is used, it is used before the names of the seas. For example, the Red Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, the Black Sea. It is also used before the names of the mountain ranges. For example, the Himalayas, the Western Ghats, the Eastern Ghats, the Alps. It's also used before the names of the oceans, the Pacific, Atlantic, Arctic, the Indian Oceans. It's also used before the names of the river system, that is the Ganga, the Brahmaputra, the Indus. It's named before some newspapers, important newspapers like the Greater Kashmir, the Hindustan Times, the Indian Times, the Bengal Gazette, the Pioneer. Your students, that is also used before the names of the heavenly bodies. For example, the sun, the moon, the sky. Remember, article a is never used and an is never used with the plural nouns. And there are some uncountable nouns where we can't use article. For example, stars, you can't use article there. These are uncountable nouns. For example, here, you can't use article there. So with some uncountable nouns are those nouns which we can't count. There we can't use articles. And the country names that are having some specialty. For example, the American Federation or the UK or the US, former USSR, where we use article the. For example, the UK, the USA, the USSA, the USSR, the USA. Otherwise, the names of the countries do not take articles. You can't say the Pakistan, the India, or the China. Dear students, but some institutions never take an article where the article is not used and we call it a zero article. For example, you can't use article with the proper names. For example, you can't say the Mahideen, the Kharshid, the, and simply you can't say the Srinagar, the Delhi, the Mumbai, because these are proper nouns and proper nouns never take an article. And some institutions like you can't hospital, you can't say the hospital, the school, or you can't say the prison. These are the institutions which takes no article, and that is why they are called, it's called the zero article. Zero article means an article where no article is simply used. And in the examinations we put cross there, that means no article is used before this particular noun. And some these abstract nouns, or we can say abstract nouns where no article is used. We can say the honesty. Honesty, it's abstract noun. Honesty cannot be seen, it is felt. Just we can't say the honesty, it never takes an honesty. We can say honesty is the best policy. Similarly, information, we can't say the information, it is information. And I am repeating the things, dear students. We have two sets of articles. One is indefinite article, that's and, another is the definite article, that is the. And indicates one, but as used before the singular countable noun which produces this consonant sound, and an is used before also a singular countable noun, but that must produce vowel sound, and it's also used before an adjective if it produces first degree of adjective, if it produces the vowel sound. For example, she is an honest girl. And you have to remember that these articles are technically adjectives, but they are used as articles in English grammar. And important thing is that the zero article is must. Zero article is means where no article is used. Neither an or the is used. Nothing is used there. We called it a zero articles. And with the plural nouns, never article a and an is used. And remember, and an is, it never shows any definiteness. And then the dash shows the definiteness, and zero article is the case where no article is used. For example, the names of countries, proper nouns, and some institutions like prison, hospital, university, schools, or we can see some abstract nouns, information, cleverness, and in these things we see no article and we call it zero article. Hope you might have grasped the concept. In case of any confusion that may strike your mind after watching this video, you can call me on 7006671106 or WhatsApp me on the same number when you forward your query by any means. By WhatsApping or by calling within short duration of time, your query or confusion shall be cleared. Better is to see these things on your available grammar book so that you can learn the things well. I am also not an English teacher. Better is to consult an English expert for learning the things well. Dear students, you have to work hard to crack every barrier. Thanks. Be balanced.